A loving Sairam and a warm welcome to each one of you. And the Christmas celebrations in this centenary year, everyone was expecting it to be grand, and what they saw was more than everyone's expectations. It was as grand as it could be. Let's talk about what went behind the scenes.
Sairam. Um, 20, the theme of All is Calm, All is Bright has come from one of the songs that the choir sings. And I think that has been picked up from there. And it's all about the spirit of the Christmas event as such. But this theme was sort of sorted and selected by Canada. And they said, can we propose this theme to the committee? And we got this theme around April last year, and then we started working on it. And I think everybody liked the theme, and we said, "Yep, we'll go with the theme." And that's how this theme really built up into what it is now. You can see that in the ashram and also in Kulwant Hall. Yeah.
So, Canada had the opportunity to lead the Christmas celebrations this year.
Yes, Canada had the opportunity. What we try to do is give this opportunity to as many countries who want to participate in this. And uh, last year we did approach Canada through their zone chair. And I think before I left Prasanthi, it was that Canada was to do the next one. So we were so happy to welcome Canada on board.
Yeah. And so many other countries also participated.
Yes, yes, and as such, we have 30 countries participating. After the this our whole concept in Global Council is to include as many global countries that want to be part of this event, and we don't try to differentiate between any country. We take everyone on board, and see that the opportunity is given to the countries, their members, and we just want to make this grow and grow every year. And so we are so happy that 30 countries came in this
So
year.
it's truly the Global Council's Christmas is truly a Christmas where every country which wants to be part of it is part of it, and they have their little roles to play.
Yes.
Everybody is part of the joy. Brother Shiva, you are someone who is really very busy uh, executing the decoration that we see all around in the ashram, and that is truly uh, bedazzling to say the least. So, what went behind the Christmas decorations?
So we normally start the process early as January for that year celebration. So we start planning initial meeting. We do a meeting. We do every month, once a month at least, a meeting. Core members, powerful team members. We meet and discuss what we are planning to do for that year. So the process starts in January, and then we decide we each temples what kind of decorations go in that area. So according to that, we start preparing each areas, and buying materials, and cutting everything externally, from countries, prepare it and then bring it over and assemble here. And all the children's, they used to participate in children's square, they all now become adults. They all participate, sit down and assemble them, and then we bring it to each temple, and um, and and put it up. So some of the top crafts, you see in mandir veranda, all been handmade, all pre-cut, and then we bring it, glue it, everybody sitting and assemble them. And it was really inspiring, the people behind it, thinking about the whole thing and making sure that it made into a high quality product to put on. And it was really amazing. So we do this process over the 12 months period. We look forward to every single month. Oh, another 11 months to go, 10 months to go, 9 months to go. So, and then everything will be ready by November for me. And then bring it over and start doing the decoration work as early as 11th of December. We start and put all over the place, and people comment on and how well we are doing, and then that gives us the energy to do more and more every year. You see, every year we are improving and putting nice decorations around. So it's a lot of hard work goes behind the scene, and there are experts in our team. They plan that and gives the idea to the team leaders, and then we agree to a certain standard, and that's how we actually sort of decorate the whole area with lightings as well. So the 12 months period is not, it's progress every single month and purchase, and November ready, December put it up. That's how our team actually execute the decorations.
Wow. So what you see in December is a culmination of a whole year
Yes.
of effort. But two things what really touches me is, one, everything is handmade.
Yeah.
People want to do their stuff for Swami. It's not like buying from something somewhere and just fixing it here. There is enough of commercial things happening in
Yeah.
Christmas everywhere. But here, everybody wants to be part of it, and
Yeah.
everybody has done it with love for Swami. And I think that's what has gone into it.
Yes.
It is that love that is poured into everything that reflects in everything that we see. That is one. And secondly, while when you do a program, a cultural program, there could be few people involved. Everybody will not get a chance to be involved. But when you have a thing like decorating the whole ashram, then everybody gets a chance to be part of something or the other. There is work for everyone's skill and talent, and there is nobody who cannot be part of it. And I think that is such a beautiful feeling, isn't it?
Yes, I'm lucky to have really talented people behind me. That makes things easier, when you have that kind of talents. So, always, that makes everything simpler. And yeah, we are happy to, every single year, these people from various countries, they all looking forward to, from January. They count every single month, and yeah, they give everything with love. That's what it is. So my team, or our team behind the external deco, is actually really, really happy to do this one year after year, and looking forward to more years to serve Swami.
And it's getting bigger and grander every year. You had one Christmas tree last year, and this year you have two. What is the height of the Christmas tree?
35 feet.
35 feet.
Yes.
And everybody's wondering, how did this one get erected? And then you had Santa welcoming everyone. And that
Yes.
was again a very beautiful addition. And I think, it's such a warm invitation for everyone to come. And I think people have just signed up, to the invitation of Santa. And I think that's really something that uh, your eyes cannot miss and your hearts cannot experience. So it's really very beautiful the way everything has turned out. Mm, when you think about what happens uh, externally, as you said, in the last 14 days, or about last 14, 15 days, you go about decorating everything. But what is the thought process behind it, in terms of uh, you don't leave out even one building of Prasanthi Nilayam?
I think 25 areas we have to decorate, and we go around to make sure we decorate as much as possible. That's what our target, and we are doing it every year. We are improving each area. We are improving, and next year, looking forward to it. And our plan will start from January. Very, very next month. Hopefully, with Bhagawan's grace, we will do it much better or much grander this coming 100th birthday and this Christmas celebration.
Yes. So even as the Christmas celebrations is happening, you have a big group of devotees from Canada, who are on their Parthi Yatra.
It's a beautiful journey we are in now. And we have started only with the pilgrimage. And we wanted to do it for a week. Once we have submitted for the pilgrimage, they have offered us to lead the Christmas this year. That we thought as a beautiful opportunity that was given by Swami. And we thought we will anyhow to make it. And we know for sure there would be a time people cannot take 2 weeks vacation. And during the Christmas time, it's really you have to have an approval a year ago, kind of, in most of the working places. But this opportunity we cannot deny. So we thought we'll take it. We'll do what they are asking us to do, and we'll see what his Swami is going to give us from that leading, and how we are going to connect to him. So that was a beautiful opportunity we took over. But by leading country, we, as Brother Murali has mentioned, we were just designing for the decoration part. But however, when we were physically in Prasanthi Nilayam only, we understood that how much work we had to put into, and everyone's effort and enthusiasm to putting together this decoration was amazing. And every single person able to learn something. And Swamis always look for unity. And when you see, when we come as one family only, you can connect to him very well. So that opportunity was provided. That's the biggest thing I have seen. And as a leading country, I don't think we have done enough without Christmas committee members who are doing for so many years. They have shared their support. They have showed us how we are doing these things. So everything gave us some opportunity to learn. And now we know what is expected, what is the Swami is giving us, and how he connected us in a way that cannot express much, because it's only an experience, right? So it's within us, it gave a lot of peace. Everything. Now also we are looking forward how the Christmas is over, how this decoration, how they are going to bring it down. There's so much decoration. Where's the manpower is coming? I think always Swami has pre-planned everything. We are the people has to commit only. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Saira.
I think, as you're saying, Swami says, all I need is your availability. If you are available, then he gives the ability. I think all of us have just made ourselves available. We said, Swami, we want this opportunity, and I think all the ability he has given, and he continues to give. And uh, Tanya, you were part of the music, and music played such a big role in all the 4 days of the Christmas celebrations, be it the children's play, be it the children's choir, the adults' choir, or Anna's concert. It must have been absolutely hectic for you.
Saira, yes, it was, but a lot of people mentioned that. But in the same time, when you do everything with love, it kind of simply goes. So I'm used to, as a musician, on many to work hard, and wherever you are needed, you jump. But here, I don't have this. Oh, I have to do. I want to do. I can't wait to do. So for me is joy. And I wanted also to say that I was also very pleased with the theme, because it comes from Carol Silent Night, which was apparently Swami Swami's the most loved
Yes.
Christmas carol.
Yes.
So even in theme of
Yes.
this Christmas, there was musical part.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
that
Yeah,
is.
absolutely. And uh, there was so much of singing in the children's play as well, and I think that did raise the play to a new level. So how was it preparing the children for the play and being part of the play? And I think you had to prepare the children's for the children's choir, the adults for the adults choir, as well as prepare them for the play.
So musical part is decoration part starts from 1st of January. Um, when I come back, I give myself 1 week to rest, and then I sit in front of computer, open files for each program, and start to think and research what kind of carols, because I don't want that each program will have the same carol. I try to diverse and put interesting new carols and new music. So the children choir starts with the children's story. And always think what kind of aspect of Christmas it can be connected. And based on that story, then I choose carols. And then I start to write the form. Everything goes first with the hand, putting notes. Then it is put by Nigel to computer, and then Stan puts chords on it. So each program is the same process. With the drama, I was contacted by Victoria, and I said yes, we are very happy to participate. Me and Victoria decided what carols we can do, and again started from choosing carols and putting forms, and decided what can be best in that part of text. So it's every year the same program, which we can't wait, because every year brings joy of new creation, musical, of decoration, of theme. So I think that for me is very beautiful that every year there is something new created, new beautiful created in Prasanthi. And unfortunately for us, we have to wait whole year to come and see this and experience this. So it's a long year now in front of us.
Oh, wow. But it's a long year of beautiful pining and planning.
I am forever grateful to Swami, because every time I leave Prashanti, you feel like part of you is lost, died here, and oh my God, I have to go. So when I go, I know now that I'm again connected with Prashanti, and I spend hours and hours doing this, and I feel less separation anxiety between Prashanti and here.
So the working for Christmas keeps you connected
Yes, keep me
to
connected with
Prashanti.
Swami, keep me connected with the people in the choir. I always remember moments of laughter, joy that we have during rehearsal, because it comes unexpectedly, and some very funny situations. And reminds me of people who are involved in these beautiful events. And yes, I'm forever grateful that this year is filled all the time with idea of making joy and bringing joy to people, because that's the most important when we prepare everything, is that people will feel that energy of love and joy, which is the meaning of Christmas. And I'm so grateful to Swami to be part of that.
And you talking about your rehearsals, you have people participating from so many countries. So bringing them together, and so I guess you can't assemble in any other place. before to practice. So everything has to happen once they come to Prasanthi. So isn't that challenging?
Yes, but I was lucky in life to move a lot. So big part of a choir is a Russian group. And there is some Ukrainians also, which is unique choir in the world, who has people from these two countries. So I realize that a lot of them are not very good in speaking or reading English. So this year I worked a lot on translating all songs so that they will understand meaning, because I remember I was watching video in which Swami said that understanding music before you sing is the most important, because you cannot produce any emotion, which I always ask them to give me. So I spent some time translating, and also I did a whole 18 songs in Russian letters in phonetics. So if it is written I come, it is written I come. So which enormously helped them, because I could they could easily read and pronounce correctly, and that helped us because we have so many other things. So the choir very quickly learned the songs, especially because it is big part of choir. And I'm happy to say that from now on I in the past I always include songs from different languages, and this year was also one Russian song, which always is very welcome. So I tried to make kind of little global program that is not only English songs, that they are from other languages. And that's we did in a children choir, including one Chinese song also, so that people can from those countries can enjoy and connect with
That's so
us.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And as you were working for this, Swami in his own way also guided you. He he filled you with inspiration. How did you feel his presence as you were preparing for this?
um, I always, it's strange, because it's particular. Um, I feel energy literally going up to my spine. And every time when I see that it rolling up, I said, "Oh, Swami, you're here. Okay." I know. And I don't react very well here. When I can come, I usually have or cold or some stomach problems. So I know that when I come into double decker and there is a Swami in a white robe, I always stand in that picture. However, I feel well after 5 minutes it passes. I come there sometimes with not very good health, with some health issues. And it goes, and I'm sometimes shocked how quickly Swami, come on, move on, stand up and do the rehearsal. And it happens. So every year, for many years, and I'm now used to it. I simply take Vibhuti, stand in front of a picture, and I know that Swami will sort this, so I even don't worry anymore. This Swami sorted. So
Wow.
that is
Just his energy just takes
just. Yes, because being raised in my country, everyone are pretty much hypochondriac. Oh, you have to think of this. So you're raised that you are very aware of, you have to be healthy. But here I learn, if I'm not well, I simply say to Swami, Swami, you have to make me healthy, because people rely on me. So, and he does. Which is brilliant. I learn completely, surrender. That is, I learned.
Wow.
Yes.
I think that's such a beautiful reiteration and
Surrender.
yeah, it's a beautiful learning, and the way Bhagwan is making your soul grow is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And Christmas is all about that. Uh, the kingdom of love within has to
Joy. Yeah.
has to shine. So beautiful. So Murali sir, I know at the you are um, at the center of everything in terms of you have to guide all the wings of the Christmas programs, celebrations, cultural programs, and so on. Um, what was the most challenging thing for you this year?
This year, the challenging thing was one thing was the expectation that next year we're going to launch it bigger, and we had to run it pre-run to that centennial year. And so we wanted to expand the program. As mentioned, we had the play come in, and we had to see how it would gel into the whole program in terms of practice time and the characters that are required for the play, whether we will get them right, and whether the costumes, how to get the costumes, the props.
So the play was not planned before.
The plan, in the sense, it was the script was planned in May, and we ran through the script, and then we even discussed with the choir team about the script, and we had a good understanding of what could be there in the script and what is required for the play. But because of the unknown things that would happen here when we come here, whether we'll have everything come together was a big challenge.
So you're saying you had only the script with you
Yeah,
when you
only
came
the
here.
script. When we landed here, it was only the script was
So
in hand.
so that was like 1 week, 10 days before Christmas.
No, I mean, of course, I landed a month back, but when Victoria, the director of the play, came, she came on the 10th, and it was only about 12, 13 days of a time, and the practices were were scheduled only from the 14th.
So you had to record the play here.
Yeah, we had to record the play here. And yes, of course, we even that was a challenge, where to get it recorded and how to knit the whole play and the slides together. All was a challenge, and I think that was a bigger challenge than the other areas like decorations and others, because the other team players were well used to what is required here and what amount of work is entailed. Like Prakash was early in November itself, so he came in very early to see that the shed and the inventory things are sorted well before we arrived on the 1st of December. So basically, play was one unknown area for us in terms of getting it enacted here. And Swami wants everything to perfection, so we were not very sure how well we would present it. And that was a big challenge for us. And
So the cast for the play also was chosen from the student kids who had come.
yes, we didn't even know at the time on 14th at 10 a.m. we didn't know. 10:30 a.m. we didn't know who will be in the play. So it was only after 10:30, and then suddenly I did mention to the person from Mauritius who had come the previous day. I said, we are doing a play, and that would be a challenge for us. I don't know how to get 13 members at least for the play. He said, brother, don't worry. And the next day, I think he got his whole team there, and they all were part of the play. And I think it all worked well with Swami's grace. Every step was supported so very well. And I would compliment Radio Sai, who did all our recording. Within 2 days, they got the recording done and knitted the whole slides together. And it was of great help for us, actually.
And I think that's such a beautiful addition. And I think you cannot have joy and celebration where kids are not there.
Yes,
I
true.
think they definitely add so much of life to any celebration. And Swami loved the children.
Yeah.
And I think even when in the Christmas morning when we saw the program started with little children doing their little offering, and I think the children dressed as Santa Claus, the children dressed as angels. I think they add so much life to the joy.
True.
And I think with the overseas the children being part of it in a big way, as in a play as well as in the choir, it makes a huge difference. And I think it's a very beautiful start for the next year's
Yes,
even grander celebration.
definitely. We hope we can do. And I think Swami will bless us if we put in the right effort. Yeah.
And Brother Prakash, so you came in November itself. So it's like you have stopped everything of your life for more than a month to be in Prasanthi Nilayam. So tell us what happened behind the scenes before you actually came, and after you came, how was it?
Yeah, well, as Brother Shiva has explained, there was so much of planning in all of this here, months and months of meetings and all of this, and for Mr. Murali to procure items. And then, as you know, that a container also arrives with all these items being purchased and brought here to Prasanthi. And then, the best part of it is to empty those containers and then to take it to the shed and so forth. So there's so much of planning as well. So when I came in November, I actually, I enjoyed Swami's birthday first of all, and the actual festivity of Swami's birthday and so forth. And then the very next day, I started, getting keys from the accommodation office for all the different sheds and so forth. And so we started like shed 33, where all the items I kept. And from there, we actually get tractors to remove them, and then Sevadals to help me, because we only had a few of our team, core members. And from there, it's moved away to Grandma Seva shed, and they kept there. So I make sure everything is in place, and items of Shivas is kept separately, items of basil is kept separately, lighting is kept separately. And I have to take a full inventory of everything before we start all the planning and preparation. So another thing is as well is that we have to set up tables and so forth and get everything in readiness before the actual devotees come and start preparing the items. So I also this year I was left to do a shrine, which is my part of the decor in the shed. And I don't know how to actually do a shrine. So I have learned from a guy that we have lost recently in April. He was part of the core team as well. And I learned a few, steps from him. And I've got all the material and everything together. I've got Swami's lovely picture as well with a frame. And then I started with the help of my wife, Linda. And that one night I went in the shed and I started doing this. And then I put everything together and, I tied a rope. I started stringing everything. I threw drapes over. I tied them up and I put baubles on the side. And then I thought about an idea as well. How do we actually lean Swami's frame without, damaging the curtain at the back? And then I remembered that we made selfie stands and we left it at the shed 33. So hopefully it'll be there. Then I took a walk to shed 33 and I found this stand there. And that's when I got a stand, and then I placed Swami's frame, and it worked out so well and so forth. And then that's how we started there. And then we had members coming in, devotees coming in, and then I'm also in charge of the registration process. And we only started with about 5, devotees. And the process started, we had a prototype of the wreaths, of the garlands, and then each bauble is given to them, and we tell them, explain to them, this is how it's done, and everything is here, the wiring, and we wire the baubles in this way. We place it there, one poinsettia and then 2 baubles, etc. And they learn so fast, and even children were involved as well. There were small children there as well. So, like as I said, we had only 5 members, and we started preparation of all the garlands and wreaths, and that's how the process started. And eventually we start piling them up, and then we start keeping them aside. And then obviously we have to give out for the external deco. We have to procure so much for Shiva, and the requirements for Kulwant Hall, and requirements for the Yajur Mandir, etc. And it goes on so quickly. And then we have the arrival of the container that comes in, and which Mr. Murali procures, and that day is also have to be taken care of, emptied out, and do a full inventory list of everything. And then thereafter, when that team arrives, and then we have an inventory of where it's going to go to, and how it's going to be set up, etc. Yes, and that's how the deco goes out. And well, obviously, as you know, there's once we start the deco in Kulwant Hall, there's no days of sleep, etc. We started on the 19th, and then we end up like the first night was, I think it was about 2:30 in the morning. The second night was 3:30. The third night was like about 4 o'clock, and the fourth night was 4 o'clock again. And that's how it is. So everyone is so excited to work, and there's always joy and happiness, everyone is in harmony, and there's peace, and also joy, and people are jovial in the shed, and etc. And they all have this feeling of, hey, when are we going to go and decorate Kulwant Hall? What date is Mr. Murali going to give us to start? I say, we all have to be patient, and Swami has taught us, just be patient, and the time will come. And once the time comes, and then we have to move the items, to Kulwant Hall, and then we get tractors involved again, and we get a group of people as well. We set them up in at Kulwant Hall to receive, and then I dispatch the items there. The tractor goes, and that's how it goes. And then we got Narendra sir on that side at Kulwant Hall. He also helps us as well, to the most part of the deco with ladders, etc. So obviously our devotees can't climb up long ladders and stuff. So it's very, very exciting when everyone congregates together. All people from all parts of the world are helping and being part of it. Yeah.
I think
Sairam.
just that whole experience of being part of it, as you said, probably nobody would have realized, or whether it is 2:30 or 3:30, or whether it is 4, because you're just happy working together. You're happy you're in Cyclone Hall, you're getting the chance to do. And I think there's the joy of being able to do together something so beautiful for Swami. And I think that is a different level of energy, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And everyone is in a joyous, festive, mood. And they want to do everything that Swami would like it to be done. And that's how it is. And, everything comes together in the end. And then, we just do like a quality check on everything, and we make sure that, everything is done properly. And Swami wouldn't want something to be, not done well. So we tell the devotees, do it to the best of your ability, and everyone is excited and want to do it. Yes. Yeah, and we have all like different teams working in different places, like Yajun Mandir. We have teams working behind the Mandir. We have teams working above Swami Samadhi. And, we have to get them all geared up to do that type of work. Yes.
Awesome. You want to add to that?
Yes. So I would say some of the members, we talked about the time we finish in the morning, 3:34. Believe it or not, some of the members are part of choir team.
Oh.
Imagine that they work till that, and then they go to practice. They never miss the practice. So that kind of love towards Swami, these devotees have. So they spend hours helping to decorate, and then they participate in all the activities. So these I can't imagine you can have this kind of setup anywhere in the world, anywhere. Here is the only place you can see people do that kind of stuff. They devote their time. Doesn't matter, less sleep, 1 hour, 2 hours, but they come and help and do, because they the love they have towards Swami.
Yeah, it's like, give me more,
Yeah,
give me
give
more.
me more. They always, when are we starting that? When are we going to, do this part of the process? So they always ask that. So it's love to have this kind of devotees around you. So your work is actually make easier when it comes to that kind of mentality and attitude towards the work they do.
So I think it's so different for all of us. All of us in our own professional lives. We would have executed projects. We would have been part of big events. But this is something else.
Yeah.
Being part of this is very, very different, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Because perhaps here there is no other motivation other than pure love.
Pure love. Yeah.
And I think,
Yeah. That is very true. That they don't do it for the sake of it. That's the difference. They don't do it for the sake of it. They do it with love. That's how they get energy. Imagine, I mean, there are people actually don't get that energy anywhere else. In here, Swami gives that energy and the support, the strength. So that's the experience I see, or go through with others as well. So it's wonderful time in here.
so something happens. Something has happened to all of them.
Yeah.
Some magic
Yes.
that Swami has done to each one of them. That the moment they think about Swami, the moment they land in Prasanthi,
Yeah.
they are in a different zone
Yes.
of themselves. Some way Bhagwan has touched so deeply uh, in their hearts that uh, uh, they can tap um, inexhaustible reserves of energy and love. And I think that is what Swami is all about. That one-to-one connect with each one. That can happen only with Bhagwan. Each one feeling that he's my Swami and I'll do anything for my Swami.
Yes, correct.
What was your journey?
My journey is actually, when I come here, Swami actually give that energy to do more and more. I'm not sure, how I get them. I never satisfy to a certain level, and I always go to that extra mile to be perfect. So my time in here always, improving my way of thinking and doing things in here. So that only can get from Swami, and all the members follow suit. They keep it to that the high standard. So that's how we actually do things in here. So keep on improving ourselves and bringing joy, and enjoy our time in Prasanthi, and then take all the energy with us to last for the whole year, and then come back with lot of love to start working again.
But when did Bhagwan become the center and the energy of your life?
When when it's when I came first time here, I came as a spectator. So my wife is Swami's follower. She said to me that I won't go without you to Prasanthi, and with your permission I will go. And I said, I'm not going to come. I'm not going to take you to Prasanthi. I don't simply follow. And I told her that it's never going to happen. That's back in 2006. And my little girl, 4 years old, she come and complained to me, Appa, you are making my mom so sad. She's crying, and I want you to take her to Prasanthi. And I I don't know what happened during a particular year, 2006, July time. On her birthday, I said to her, okay, I'll take you. And one thing you need to know, that this is only one and last. But I came here, and the history says that it's all changed my life. Very first year I said to her that you go to darshan, I'll be actually sort of going around and running and come back and meet you. But what Swami decided, you wanted running, right? You wanted to run. So he made me run every single year. That's I couldn't understand how that actually, the one thing, I thought this is what I'm going to do, but Swami made it happen. So I'm literally running every single year. Enjoy doing the decorations, and I don't want to be anywhere in Christmas time. I want to be here every single year. So it's every single year. I'm coming here. I think it's from 2006, apart from the COVID 2 years. But Swami, hopefully, Swami bring me every year here to do this work, decorations. I love doing it. I get energy from Swami. I love to do this, as far as I could.
Where do you get your energy from, Mr. Murali?
For me, truly speaking, I don't know where. But when you think of any Swami work or Swami project, I mean, Swami doesn't need us to work. Of course, he gives us the opportunity to change ourselves. So basically, whenever you think of, even back in New Zealand, when it comes to Swami's work or anything connected to do with Swami's ashram there or anything here, the divine energy flows. And I think I read somewhere when Swami says, like, we are just, we receive the divine love and we just spread it out. So if we open our palms and spread that love, the love keeps flowing. And love is energy for me. And that love gives me that extra energy and motivation and I love people, and I love talking to people, helping people and all. For me, the main task here is how better I can transform myself. The external decoration that is around is probably a reflection of what's the decoration that's happening within all of us, the change that is coming through. And I think that motivates me. That really motivates me. When people say it looks beautiful, I think, yeah, maybe I'm getting beautiful inside as well. So that's the only motivation, and that gives me a lot of energy. And every year I have a lovely team here, and they give me so much to learn. And from each one of them I learn a lot, and each one of them gives me real good experience to become a better person. And Swami, of course, is always behind this. And sometimes I don't even know if I could make it to Prasanthi by Christmas time. I'm so busy sometimes in New Zealand. And then everything falls in place. And by the time my journey has to start, everything smoothens out. And I'm here. And within this month, I don't know what's happening elsewhere back home. It's only, this is the world for me. And I think that energy, going to the Samadhi and going near Kulwanthal, I think that gives me a lot of energy. I think the vibrations there are so powerful. And when you sit there and I meditate on the Sannidhi there and all, I think that gives me the energy that drives me through the year, actually.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Tanya, so beautifully sir said that while everything is beautiful outside, there is a lot of beauty that Swami is pouring into us inside. How beautiful has your soul become since you have known Swami?
I'm absolutely sure that any devotee will tell you that it changes you completely. It was kind of an energetic shock and a wake up call. And although I was growing up in a country which religion was not part of everyday life, I was always orientated towards spirituality, and I read Bhagavad Gita, Tibetan books of that, and these kind of books that are not recommended in communist countries. Yes, so I had open mind, but meeting with Swami completely changed my direction of my life, and understanding of in my little way, own individual way, of universe and what means divine. So that was thanks to Swami, definitely.
And you don't want to celebrate Christmas anywhere else?
No, no, definitely not. So I pray to Swami every time to bring me here. And when we were talking about funny situation, our dear friend Stan, who is every year coming here and playing choir piano, this year something happened, and he applied 3-4 visas, and it was no, no, no. And he said, I said, don't worry, Swami is testing us. So at the end, he got 4 visas, not only one. So I said, Swami, that's it, really. So we never know how it will, but I was sure that programs were blessed, and we have to be together all to celebrate.
Wow.
This was special year.
I think that's a very, very beautiful learning and a beautiful journey for every soul. And ultimately, the soul has to become calm. The soul has to become bright. And there's no better place to fill us with that light than Prashanti. Prashanti means peace. Prashanti should lead us to Prakanti, which is full of light. So before we end, so what's the plan for next year, Mr. Murali?
Yes, the plan for next year will be on a bigger scale than what you have seen this year. And we plan to light up whole of Prasanthi Nilayam, the ashram. And also at this stage we are working on a container again of new decorations. The secret of, the beauty of the decorations is you have more stock, you can do better things. If you have less stock, you will stop at a point. But here we have enough stock that we don't need to stop. Actually, the restriction was the number of days we had. Otherwise, we could have adorned it much better.
Oh, wow.
This is our abode of God, and what best delight you will have than adorning the house of God. So next year we are even planning a higher tree at this stage.
Oh, wow.
I won't tell you the height at this stage, but we want to make it more exciting and joyful for everyone who comes here. I think that joy and excitement should last through the year after they come here.
So the heights of the joy will go even higher.
Even higher, yes. Yeah, and I think what, as I said, decoration is clothing.
Yes.
Outside,
Yes.
but the heart is our programs.
Yes.
I keep telling choirs, the plays, and the musicals are the heart of our program, whereas the decoration is just the clothing of external clothing that we have. But that's what we want to enhance. Whatever we do will be much less from what Swami has done for us. And we are doing nothing. We are just the tip of the iceberg, actually. So I think whatever we want to do, I think if we all can transform our lives to be better people, that's what I think will really give us the ultimate joy.
Yes. So we should become those little powerhouses of love that Swami wants us to become.
Yes.
And that will happen once that kingdom of God within shines. And I think then, inside, outside, and deep inside, we will feel Him. So beautiful. Thank you so much. Really, for us, it was so heartening to have all of you, because while we see what is there outside, we got a chance now to get a little preview of what inspires all of us. Because ultimately, as you said, whatever is outside it's the result of what is going on inside. And when we know about uh, the way Bhagwan has touched each one and is touching so many. And Christmas also becomes the festival where so many people get introduced to his love and joy. And we have been given that opportunity to play little roles. So it's really such a blessed chance, and we should ever be grateful. And thank you so much for coming to the studios.
Thank you.
Sai Ram.
Sai
Sai
Ram.
Ram.
Sai Ram.